Long time no talkie.
I know. So, what's going on?
What you gonna do when you kiss me? No, when the feeling about to show, boy, I really need to know, yeah. How you gonna handle it? What you gonna do when you want you back? Long time no talkie.
I know. So, what's going on?
We have been very busy with work stuff. One exciting thing that we did was we partnered with Lowe's and we made over our pavilion at the front of our property for a small family reunion, and we'll show you that in this video. But also, this is the third goose that has had an injury from one of our dogs. I was moving the baby geese from our house in town to the farm, and I had them in a crate, bringing them out of the dog lot to let the big dogs, Aspen and Ellie, in the dog lot, and Aspen somehow managed to grab this goose's wing and ripped it apart, and I had to sew it up. So it's been at home with us for the last couple of days. It is reuniting with its mama and its brothers and sisters. So let's see how they reunite.
Oh, here's Diana and her baby, who is getting so big. Hi, Diana. Hi, Mom. Hi, everyone.
The mama is the white one, and look at her. She misses her baby.
Aww. Look at the little welcoming committee. Look at everyone's here.
This is Lover.
Older brother named her because she's so loving. Yeah, we need to do like an introduction to everyone.
Yeah,
I love her.
They almost all have names now.
I love her.
This is the new member of our family. We have not named her yet, the little black and white one. It's the first lamb that was born on Ocoee Farm.
Yes.
We're gonna let them out into the new pasture.
Come on, Mom. Alright, so what are we doing?
We have the trailer because we are going to get the flooring for Holiday House, which is something that we have been waiting for so long, but now is the day that it's happening today. We are happening today. It's after midnight and he's on the phone. Saying come over, 'cause I'm alone. I could tell you what your ex-boy told. So why is he calling after so long?
Tell me.
So what is it that he wants? Tell me what is it that he needs? And hear about the bills that you just bought for me. 'Cause you're sure didn't have no key, didn't share no mutual friend. And you told me that you drink when y'all broke up in '96. What you gonna do when you kissing no and feeling about your soul, boy? I really know ya. How
How you gonna handle that? What you gonna do when he wants you back? What you gonna do when he takes you no? And if I'm about to show boy, I need to know, yeah. How you gonna handle that? What you gonna do when he wants you back?
Wow. That took my breath away.
Thank you, I know.
So good.
I know, thank you. I know, thank you.
We just left the flooring place.
Once we got there, we decided that there was one that we preferred over the other one. And so we are waiting to see if we can get that one instead. Which will most likely, well, it's gonna mean that we're gonna have to come back to Chattanooga with the 22-foot trailer, which is no fun, but the flooring's gonna be a longer term thing, and I'd rather get the type of flooring that we for sure want versus flooring that we like but don't like as much as we like for the new one.
Yeah, it was fun to see them in person because we've only seen them online. So, but now we are heading to my brother's house to drop the trailer off, and then we are heading downtown to downtown Chattanooga to get fitted for Texas because he's getting married. I'm getting married. What is that from? Legally Blonde? I don't know. But yeah, my brother Taylor's getting married to his fiancée Mariah. I'm the best man in the wedding. PJ is a groomsman. And the kiddos are in the wedding. Sis is gonna be the flower girl. And then I don't know what the boys are gonna be.
Are they like escorting her down?
Maybe. I don't know. But basically we have to find cute clothes for them too, which is like our favorite thing to do, is to shop for cute clothes for them, especially little sis. What?
Hold on.
I don't hear anything.
It's like a rattling.
That's a straw.
Anyway.
I don't know. But anyways, we dropped the kids off at Mama Lori's, PJ's mom's house, and she's watching them for today. So we have the day to ourselves. What else are we gonna do?
Go eat something.
Cool, yeah, maybe we'll go eat downtown. That'd be fun. We haven't done that in a while. All right, let's go. We just got out to Ocoee Farm. This is the pavilion.
It's under construction.
It is, but it's
supposed to be finished.
yeah. So this is the area that PJ was talking about. Show them what's going on.
We did a little mini family reunion here, and we're gonna show you photos because we've taken it apart since then. And since it's not as pretty as what it was, those are the photos we're gonna show you right now.
can't really see them on camera. Those are the guineas and the chickens. This is a part of a koi farm we've never shown before. This is like the chicken pen, sort of. So what is that?
It's a Rhode Island red hen.
So cute.
And these are the guineas.
They are so funny.
These are lavender something. They have lavender feet.
Wow. So cute. So it is a gorgeous, breezy night here at a koi farm. Actually, the night before this video is premiering. And I thought that I was done editing, but there's always more work to be done. The air compressor is loud, the kids are loud, everything is loud, life is loud. The kiddos are playing in this makeshift pool that PJ set up for them, which has been nice on these like 90-degree days. However, today has been like 84 and like I said, pretty breezy. So it feels really, really good out here.
I am still working on the pavilion, finishing out this wall, and I'm using the lumber that we took off of the front porch on Holiday House. There are a ton of cars going by, so I'm gonna wrap it up.
And then in regards to this wall, this is at the opposite end of the finished part of the pavilion, which is over there. And eventually, I think the plan is one day to close this portion in.
So I went ahead and insulated the wall. I put a vapor barrier between that and the finished wall. It'll look nice.
Yeah, I think we're gonna continue on with the dark moody green color. Then we painted the rest of the pavilion and we're gonna paint the shiplap the same color. I think that'll look really good.
I have a betadine on my face because if you haven't noticed, the last like year and a half, I have been breaking out like no other. My adult acne has really been kicking in, and I finally went to the dermatologist to talk to them about it. And later tonight we'll sit down and we'll talk about all of the feelings with adult acne and what I plan on doing.
Hey, can you get me? Why is this yours too? Should I have this? Yeah.
So it is actually the next day and I have a face mask on, which is perfect for what we're gonna be talking about right now. I kind of found it important to share this because it is kind of a big thing for me. It's something that I've been struggling with for the last, now that we've watched this video, I went back and looked at my photos on my phone, and this kind of goes back 3 years. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna talk about a 3-year journey with my skin and some of the feelings that I've been having about it. When we do videos, we do them so that hopefully they may help someone. If you have ever struggled with your skin and have just not been happy with it, you can relate to this video. If that doesn't relate to you, you may want to just turn it off right now. I saved some photos and I wrote down some timelines for my past 3 years of, well, 2018,
Yeah.
19, 20, so a little over 3 years,
Yeah.
right? So we're gonna go back to 2018. My skin from like an adolescent was, you know, I had the typical acne at 15, 16, and then it's always been normal for me to have like 1 or 2 zits on my face. That's just normal for me. I'll go through periods where I don't have any, and then I'll have 1 or 2, and that's typically where I'm at. I've always pretty much taken care of my skin, other than the fact that I used to lay in tanning beds. I don't recommend that, and I did stop doing that, but I did go through that 2000s phase where you wanted to
Yeah, everyone was doing that.
look tan. I would say that's probably the worst thing that I did for my skin, other than there was also another point in my life where I treated my zits with bleach, which was not good. I don't recommend that either. Okay, so going back to 2018, I remember the very first time that we took a photo together that I thought, wow, I really don't like those sunspots, is what I thought it was. It was when we went to Alice Beach. We were taking photos and walking around in Florida. We had been spending a lot of time in the sun, and I started noticing these small little brown spots kind of on my forehead and around my eyes. Not very many, but it was the very first time that I was like, I want to edit this photo with a filter that kind of hides those spots. You can hear the kids in the background. So that was 2018. That would kind of come and go depending on how much time I spent in the sun. And I just thought it was sunspots or freckles. And then going into 2019, Thomas and I started doing a lot of travel, and a lot of the places that we went to when we were traveling were tropical. So obviously you're in the sun, you're at the beach, you're spending a lot of time in the sun, and the dark spots continued to get bigger, and I started to get more of them. And then in 2019, after a summer of travel, well, I guess after a year of traveling off and on, I went to I don't know what she would be considered, but she was not a dermatologist, but she was a doctor, and I went to talk to her about laser treatment for the sunspots. She did a scan of my face, and she told me that it was melasma and that I could not have a laser treatment, or the type of laser treatment, because it used heat. Once I was diagnosed with melasma, I started doing treatments. I started with chemical pills. I did eventually do an IPL laser treatment because the chemical pills weren't working. I was not happy with the results of all of that. I also started using this product called hydroquinone, which is a skin bleaching treatment. I wasn't really aware that you were supposed to cycle that treatment, and I didn't really use it properly, and I used it in the sun, which you're not supposed to do. And after that, I started having hypopigmentation on my forehead and around my eyes, which is like white, and it's basically when you've damaged your skin and you've killed the pigment in it, which is kind of like causing, it's almost like a scar. It looks like a scar. Anyways, that's permanent. So all of the white spots on my face are permanently there. So in 2019, I have the melasma happening, I have the hypopigmentation, which was caused by me, and I'm not satisfied with any of the treatments that I'm doing. And then 2020. In 2020, the pandemic happened, but we also began renovations on a flip house that we were working on. So I was spending a lot of time over there. It was, so March, pandemic happened, that's when the renters moved out. June, I didn't do anything. July and August is when I started working on the flip house. It was really hot in Tennessee during that time. I was wearing my straw hat a lot during that time to keep the sun off my face. The hat started causing acne all around my forehead, and because it was so hot, I started losing weight. So during this phase, we started receiving a lot of direct messages asking if I was okay. They noticed that my skin looked really bad and that I was beginning to lose weight. I ended up losing like 20 pounds during that phase of working. I was working a lot in the sun, and so I was losing weight. So my skin was not looking good at that point. That was 2020. During that period, working on the flip house actually caused quite a few things. So I have an ongoing back injury that when I work, any type of work, it flares up. And so it was hurting really bad because I was working a lot. So then I went to the doctor, and over a period of maybe 2 months, I got 2 steroid shots. Now I find out that that causes even more issues. So the steroid shots can cause your hormones to flare up, testosterone, and so my acne got worse. My melasma was at its peak. I had the hypopigmentation. I lost weight. So then finally, where we are now, I've been dealing, since a little before January, I've been dealing with, this just ran in and ran out. Okay, so I finally, last week was to the breaking point of like, I have spent a lot of money on products trying to fix my face. I think at the end of the day, it just boils down to, you need to look into the mirror. Like, when I look in the mirror, I just want to be happy. So we had to stop to talk to the kiddos, get them squared away. It's like to the point where I cannot count how many zits are on my face because I can like feel them under my skin. Obviously I can see them. It's easy to say that this is the worst my skin has ever looked, and I know I'm also aging. I don't want this to come across like a vanity thing. It's to the point where I don't want to go places and I don't want to see people, and that's not really a healthy state of mind. So I think if you're not happy with something, you should definitely at least work to achieve to a place where you're happy with yourself, and I'm not happy. The fact that I can't count how many zits are on my face, it was to the point where I was like, okay, I've tried face mask, I've tried chemical peels, laser treatments, I did a halo laser treatment, I did all kinds of topical products, and nothing is working. So we together went to a dermatologist last week. Thomas was just there for support, and I met with the dermatologist, and immediately he said that he thinks that I need to go on Accutane. So I don't know if you know much about Accutane. It did get a lot of bad press back a long time ago, and I did research on it, but I have started taking Accutane, and it's like the generic name, I forget what it's called, it's something else, which is what I'm taking, but it's Accutane basically. So started that last week. I think I'm gonna be taking it for 5 months. So over the next 5 months, I'll update you guys on my skin journey, hopefully so that I can get to a healthy place where I'm happy with my skin, so that I can age gracefully without acne. Because being 35 and having acne on my face, it just doesn't feel right. I feel like I did my time with the acne issues back when I was a teenager, and I'd like to be done with it. But yeah, that's the journey, and I guess that's it. Thanks for all the support. Thomas has been there all the way, and
well, it's funny because I was telling him yesterday, and I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing, but I was telling him, as much as he focuses, or that's like all he sees whenever he looks at him, like I don't even see the acne, and I think it's maybe because we have just been together for so long and I don't even notice it on his face.
Yeah, because people definitely notice it. The kids are like, why do you have a boo-boo on your face? Like the middle kiddo said that this morning.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Why do you have boo-boos on your face? And then we've gotten like direct messages that were kind about it, like asking, are you okay? And then we've got direct messages that were like, oh my gosh, you're a dermatologist, yikes. So we've received nice things and then a lot of bad things and just like really hateful, mean things over the last couple of, I'd say year or two. That's a part of being open in the fact that we share our lives with you guys, but you get the good and the bad with it. But that's where I'm at. I thought I would share it because in this video, Thomas edited the video and I watched it back and I was like, God, my acne looks really bad in this video, but that's what we're doing. So until next time.
Thanks guys. Thanks for watching. We'll
Bye.
see you next week.